The IRS tax refund schedule, how to get your refund faster, and what I feel you may need to do before it's too late. So let's dive straight in. So this came from this particular article, Marker, and this is the money section, and they talked about the IRS tax refund schedule of 2025, which I've gone over. Simply put, you can calculate from the day that your refund is accepted 21 days out, and your refund may come within those time frames. However, there's a way to get it sooner, which I'll share in this video as well as down below if you're wanting to get it sooner. And no, I'm not talking about doing the refund advance, which causes you to get a loan, which then causes you to have to pay interest possibly, or put you in a position if your refund winds up being less than the loan amount that was taken out. No, that's not what I'm talking about. So stay tuned and you'll know what I mean. These taxpayers could receive their deposits any day now. Now, depending on when you're watching this video, disregard these dates. Keep the factor in mind that 21 days after your refund is accepted, you can potentially expect to receive your refund, but it could be a lot sooner than that. So the 2025 tax season has already begun, as you already know, and with questions about when the long-awaited refund will arrive, especially with all of the layoffs that took place. Many people are terrified of that, but I assure you that many people are still getting their refunds in record time and still getting it, as expected, as if nothing ever happened, because the layoffs that took place, a lot of them fired people that just recently got hired anyway. They were functioning without the amount of people that got fired last year during the returns in many cases. So if you already filed your return or are about to do so, here's everything you need to know about the IRS refund schedule for this year and how to get your money as quickly as possible. So how long does it take to get your IRS refund? One of the most important things to know is that the IRS typically processes refund within 10 to 21 days, which is what I mentioned, if you filed electronically and choose direct deposit. So if you chose direct deposit, then obviously you're going to get your money faster than if you're waiting on a check. That just makes logical sense. If you decide to file your tax return on paper or prefer to receive a check in the mail, the process will take much longer, between 6 to 8 weeks or even longer. So it's taking them longer to issue out the checks, which that makes sense, but I'm sure they want to incentivize or position people to only do electronic as well. Some people swear by the check and that's what they prefer to do. To each his own. Some people wanted direct deposit because they wanted ASAP. To each his own. I salute whatever you choose. I prefer direct deposit, but the choice is yours. But just know what comes along with it. In addition, if you use certain tax credits, such as the child tax credit or the earned income tax credit, you will have to wait a little longer, as the IRS withholds these refunds until mid-February due to new obligations or due to new regulations. Now, we passed mid-February, so that wait time has changed, and they are accepting tax returns regardless if they have the child tax credit or the earned income tax credit in a short amount of time. When we filed our taxes, it was accepted in the same day, and that was the state and the federal. So disregard it being a weight just because of the credit. Basically what the credit does, if they're putting a weight on it, they just want to make sure it's official, make sure it's you, make sure it's not somebody trying to manipulate the system or use multiple social security numbers or double claim kids. So it's a lot of stuff that goes on, and it's a whole, typically because they want to confirm certain things. So the estimated refund schedule, let's talk about it. Although the exact dates may vary, the IRS has provided an approximate schedule based on returns filed throughout the year. For those who filed their return between January 22nd and February 9th, they received their refund between February 16th and March 1st. And if you look at it, it's typically going to be that range of 21 days that I mentioned. So if you just do the math, you'll see that it kind of falls within that 10 to 21 day range. If you just want to look at your own personal scenario, add 21 days to it, mark your calendar, and then figure out if that is when you got yours or if you got it early. And I would like to know if any of you who are listening got yours early, or if it took the 21 days, or if it took longer, just so I can kind of poll the audience and see what people got the most of. Did more people get it early? Did more people get it on time? Did more people get it later? Just so I can check the pulse. So for those who submitted their return between January 29th and February 2nd, they received it between February 19th and March 10th. If you're one of those who filed your tax return later, between early and mid-March, you could see your money between March 10th and the 22nd. Statements made later, even at the end of the refund, may not arrive until early April. And these are some factors that you want to consider in terms of when your refund could become one of those that are late. So this is what it boils down to. When it comes to you filing later, like closer to the deadline, In many cases, closer to the deadline, that's when it's a bigger rush of people trying to file because they're trying to do it before April 15th, because they've been told that if they do it before April 15th, they minimize the taxes that they may have to owe, or the fees or penalties that come along with it if they don't do an extension. So that being said, a lot of people are going to be filing before April 15th. And if more people are waiting towards closer to April 15th, then it's going to be a rush of people that are filing, which can cause some slight delays. I believe it'll still be okay in terms of the time frame of the deposits, but just know that a lot of people may be filing towards the end. And if a lot of people are filing towards the end, then you run the risk of a delay that just comes along with it. So the method of filing plays a crucial role in the speed of your refund. If you file electronically and choose direct deposit, the process will be much faster, as you already know. In addition, if your return is error-free, the IRS will not have to make additional reviews that could delay the refund. And errors play a huge part. If it's errors, then obviously it's going to be some delays because it's a disconnect. And if you're doing it yourself, which I have a link below that you can utilize to do it yourself and get it faster. As I mentioned, I wanted to give you something that can help you get your refund faster. Then check out that link below. But it pretty much avoids you from getting errors. It's checking along the way, letting you know if you have any errors where you need to correct certain things. That way, when you send it, you process it, you're good to go. And it allows you to get your refund early if that's something you want to do without doing a payday advance, things of that nature. Now, I'm not talking same day early, but earlier than you typically would. So remember that common mistakes such as incorrect data, problems with information verification can cause delays. That's why it's important to double check all details before submitting. Make sure you have all of the documents on hand, W-2, 1099 forms, to avoid problems. So where can you check the status of your refund? Many people already know about the Where's My Refund site. Setting up your own account with the IRS to go. All of those things could position you to see when your refund is likely to hit. So I'm not going to go in there in great detail because I feel many people know that. Setting up your IRS to go account, having an app, or doing a Where's My Refund, putting in your social security number, just the basic information that you need in order to make sure that you are the only person popping up based on what they request, then you're good to go. So I will say that social security number and the exact amount of the refund is what allows you to get the updates. Now, this is what you want to make note of. Before sending it, make sure to review all of your information and documents to avoid errors. If everything is correct, the IRS will be able to process your refund quickly and you will see money in your account sooner than you think. Now, check the link out below. That link down below shows you how you can file your own taxes. You already probably know about this particular platform, but a lot of people didn't know that this particular platform is allowing people to get their refunds sooner. I didn't know. And once I found out, I said, oh, okay, this makes sense. This is why people were able to get their refund in 10 days instead of 21 days, or in 12 days instead of 21 days, or in 15 days instead of a month. It just depends. But this positions a person to do that in a strategic manner, but also get access to some audit protection. Also get access to a guide that shows you how to maximize your refund, shows you where you may be leaving money on the table, but you are doing it yourself. But if you want to hire some help, I got that down below as well. So this is the refund schedule. Things to make note of. Beware of filing and waiting to the last minute, because if you wait to the last minute, then it's going to be a rush of people who are also waiting to the last minute. And now it's multiple people filing, and now it could be a delay. If you're okay with that, no worries. But if you don't want to be in the rush period, when everybody else is filing, trying to squeeze in before April 15th, you know what you need to do. So do what you need, do what you know. Salute.